What is going on, everyone? I am JAlLED. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in on this Saturday afternoon. I was just posting some stuff on YouTube as well as on Twitter, and I came across Yaya Mayweather trending. So I clicked on it, and lo and behold, there was a video from Gossip in the City of the scene of this crime where she apparently poked a female for being with NBA YoungBoy. Apparently, NBA YoungBoy was with another young lady. Yaya didn't like that, so she, tried, to go into the residence. She was removed by security, so she snuck back in to fight the female. And I guess she was losing the fight, so she decided to go and reach for a weapon and decided to carve up this other young lady. I posted about this on Twitter. Let me go to my tweet. And this basically sums up what I had to say on this particular situation. This shows y'all how obsessed these girls are with these types of dudes, NBA YoungBoy. How are you the daughter of Floyd Mayweather Jr., but still wants to fight over a guy that don't even care about you like that? Didn't even make a song about her, but be that as it may, let's get back to the article from TMZ. It says Floyd Mayweather's daughter, Ayana, has been arrested on felony aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, TMZ has learned, and it appears to have been a confrontation over NBA YoungBoy. They even got NBA YoungBoy in handcuffs. The one thing that NBA YoungBoy doesn't need is any run-ins with the law. The situation that got him incarcerated recently was a situation that was beyond his control. So that's the one thing that he doesn't need, because since he's been out, he's focused on the music. He's focused on putting out music, videos. As a matter of fact, he is, I believe, one of the most streamed artists on YouTube. So he's having success. He has a very large following. Okay. I think he needs to get the situation with the women around him straight. But be that as it may, this situation is, I could see both of them being at fault in this situation, but Ayana made the decision to sneak back in the house, to get into it with this other girl, and to reach for that knife. That is on her. Okay? Because NBA YoungBoy tried to keep the situation from getting crazy, even though I don't think he should be in a relationship with somebody that he don't really care about like that. Yaya Mayweather is currently in Houston's Harris County Jail after getting arrested at 1:30 a.m. Saturday. Law enforcement sources tell TMZ the alleged victim and NBA YoungBoy were at his home when Ayana arrived and told the woman, LaPatra Jacobs, she was YoungBoy's fiance and Jacobs should leave the house. Jacobs then told Ayana to leave. We're told the argument moved into the kitchen where Ayana was holding two knives. According to our sources, Jacob stepped towards Ayana, and Ayana charged at her with one of the knives. Jacob told cops he didn't feel the first knife wound, but then she said Ayana charged at her with a second one, which connected. When EMTs arrived, Jacobs was laying on the floor. She was taken to the hospital. We do not know her condition. Well, she better hope that she survives. And that there's not any critical injury. Once again, ladies, why are you fighting over these dudes? I just don't understand it. I really don't, especially if you're Ayana. Now, you would think you would hear drama with Floyd's sons, but you're only hearing it with his daughter. YoungBoy, who was home at the time, was briefly handcuffed by cops, presumably as a precautionary measure before being released. Ayana told cops Jacobs had incited her by initially pulling her hair outside the home and then running into the kitchen when the confrontation went down. Ayana told cops she had never met Jacobs before. But you went to his house unannounced. Jacobs is his baby's mother. I want people to understand something, man. We are in a day and age where a lot of these young girls have no self-esteem. I think Ayana has very low self-esteem for whatever reason. So she feels the need to attach herself to an NBA young boy. You know why? Because she knows that there are girls out there that want to date NBA young boy. Not only does NBA young boy has, you know, a big male following, from what I have seen. He has a lot of male fans, but he has a lot of female fans who want to date him. The Cash Me Outside girl is a chick that wants to get with NBA young boy. A lot of these young girls be out here trying to get the attention of this guy. Knowing this, why would you put yourself in the situation where you have to get into it over a dude that probably ain't claiming either one of you, who's single until further notice? But you're willing to get into it with this guy for what reason? What reason would it be to get into it with this guy? Like, seriously. I just don't understand these young girls of today. And that's why they struggle. And this is the video here. They struggle to be in sustainable relationships because they're too busy getting into it just to hold on to this one dude. I told y'all, man, these females like Ayana, they only want the 15% of men out here. All these different guys that they can get with, they would rather get with a guy that don't really want them like that. You know what I'm saying? Ain't really like committed to him. I mean, he's young, so I'm doubt he's gonna commit to any woman nowadays. And he's a rapper. But with all the quarantine going on, he's not on the road like that. But he ain't really spending a lot of that large amount of time with you, obviously, if you're getting into it with this female. Now, I want people to understand that, you know, people are going to have bad relationships, toxic relationships, but we've seen a plethora of toxic relationships. I was sent a video where there's pictures of Ashanti's sister. She's dating a rapper who put hands on her, messed her up. And what's the common denominator? They're dating men who are in the industry and have a lot of other women that they're dealing with. In this case with NBA YoungBoy, it's his baby's mother. You're not going to be able to break that bond, Ayana. You're not going to. And it just seems to me that Ayana has very low self-esteem. Even though she's a daughter of Floyd Mayweather, she has low self-esteem. So she wants to attach herself to NBA YoungBoy because she feels like a lot of other women want him, and she wants to be that one girl that he claims, but that's not the case. And in this situation, right, this is NBA YoungBoy's baby's mother, okay? Do you think he's gonna kick his baby mother out over you? I don't know if they were meeting about, you know, the kid that they have together or whatever situation they have. Did you think that he was just gonna kick her out over you? That wasn't gonna happen. And then you get into it with her and then you lose in the fight. So you don't want to look bad in NBA YoungBoy's eyes. So you go and you get a knife. Like, it's almost like for so long she's been spoiled. You know, she has had no accountability. You're going to have accountability because Texas is a place they don't really play that, man. They really don't. That's a rough place if you want to get caught up in the system, man. Let's see what the commenters are saying. Don't want to love anybody that much, excluding kids. He's not worth it. Maybe she's emotionally dependent on this manipulative man that influences her to believe that he loves only her. Let's see if that girl dies. It will be, yeah, definitely. She gonna let her out. Hopefully she doesn't. All that money and still ghetto. All over Frankenstein. You gotta be effing kidding me. I know it had something to do with her. Let's pray her parents will be able to talk some sense into her now. How can her parents talk sense into her? Her father is illiterate and her mom is too busy being her friend. Floyd, y'all can say whatever you want about Floyd. Floyd is a rich man, okay? He's a successful man. He knows money. So you can say he's illiterate all you want to. He knows money. He knows numbers, and he knows how to make money and pay his taxes. And it happened in Texas. Yeah, her daddy got her greased, got her some fingers and elbows. This is an obsession. This ain't no love. Her parents failed her. Definitely was not practicing social distancing. All this for a thing with 5 kids. You ruined your life over that really just him. Like father, like daughter. Mayweather ain't never did no shit like that. No, he has not. So you can't connect the two. Let's see. Imagine being the daughter of the world's best paid athlete, growing up wealthy with opportunities and risking your freedom for a man that has community dizic. Jesus, be some common sense. Well, that's what we need in this situation. But there's nobody really to blame but her. At the end of the day, she has to be accountable, and she better hope that female is all right. And the thing is, and what a lot of women who date men with a bunch of kids got to understand is, they're always going to have a certain type of loyalty to their baby's mother. This is why you see women with no kids have kids with these guys, because they want to have an emotional attachment to them that they didn't have before they got together. Because women out here still will date men with a bunch of baby mamas. And they know that they don't have the same attachment to him as those other women. So they will voluntarily and gladly have that dude's baby in order to have an attachment to him and to not be seen as a bit of an outsider. So when you see these women who go from not having any kids to having a kid by a guy that has multiple kids, it's because they voluntarily wanted that to happen, because they wanted an emotional attachment. Yaya doesn't have an emotional attachment to YoungBoy. Now, it wouldn't surprise me at all if, Ayana ends up having a kid with Mayweather, end up having another Mayweather, having a kid by NBA YoungBoy. It wouldn't surprise me, because again, she feels like an outsider. She doesn't really have that emotional attachment that he may have to his other baby mother, and she wants that, but she doesn't have that, which is why NBA wanted her away from the residence. So I think that this situation is very fluid, is very tough. But she's in a lot of trouble, and she's in a state, okay? She's in a state that doesn't care whether she is the daughter of a millionaire, billionaire. They don't. So we'll see what happens.